Okay, today we are going to learn how to draft and cut a senator pattern for a toddler. That's a baby from 0 months to 8 months. And before we start, I'm going to show us what we need for the drafting. We need a paper, a pattern paper. These sides are going to use it two pieces. We need your pen, your measuring tape, scissors for cutting, pin in order to hold it within the range so that you don't make mistake, and curve and straight rulers for neat work. Now let's start. We are going to, this is the pattern paper that we are using. The baby I'm cutting for, the shoulder is 8 inches, the round chest is 18 inches, the length of the senator is 15 inches. Now we are going to consider the round chest, which is the largest part of every baby, is the round chest. Now the round chest, that's what we are going to use for all the body measurements. Now the round chest is 18 inches divided by 4 will give us 4.75. Now I'm going to fold this pattern paper into two equal parts and input my measurement to see if it will accommodate. Now this is the 4.75 here, is okay. Then 2 inches joining allowance. This is the 2 inches. Yeah, I'm within the range of the measurement. Now this pattern, first of all, you cut the back pattern before the front pattern, because the way senator is being cut, the back pattern is slightly longer than the front pattern. Now we are going to input our lines. This is the starting point. This line is the starting point line. This is the starting point line. Then we are going to take the length of the top. Now the length of the top is 15 inches. The length of the top here is 15 inches, which is here. The 15 inches is here. That's the length of the top. Then plus 2 inches hemming allowance, which is 17. But in this case, because of the back is longer than the front, we are going to add extra 2 inches for the front, half inch for joining, 1.5 inch for overlapping. That will come at the front when we cut, and when we cut finish, you will see the effect of it. Now instead of the 15 inches that is the length of the top, we are going to take 17 inches to be the length of the top for the back, and add extra 2 inches. Add extra 2 inches for the normal length. Now it's going to be extra 2 inches for the normal length. Now that's, instead of 15 we have 17 inches here. Then we have 17 inches instead of 15 inches. Now the back pattern will be 17 inches plus 2 inches hemming allowance. We are going to draw our lines this way. This is the normal top length, then the hemming allowance. This is the hemming allowance. Let's indicate it. This is the starting point. This is the starting point. This is the top length. This is the hemming allowance. This is the hemming allowance. This is the hemming allowance, top length and starting point, which is the shoulder line. The starting point is normally the shoulder line. Then we are going to cut now. Then the starting point too. That's how it is. This for the back side. This is the back side. Now we are going to keep it separate this way. We are going to cut the front pattern now. This is the pattern for the front side. Now we are going to fold 2 equal parts also for the front pattern. Which will also check if we are within the range of our measurement 4.275, then 2 inches joining sewing allowance. We are within the range of our measurement. Then we take our starting point here. This is our starting point here. Now we are going to take the body measurement. The length of the top is 15 inches, which is here. Which is the 15 inches here, plus 2 inches for hemming allowance here. But mind us that we've added 2 inches to the back side. This is the front side. We've added 2 inches to the back side. Now we are going to take it out from the front side. We are going to reduce that 2 inches from the front side. Now the length of the top, instead of we getting 15 inches here, we are going to get 13 inches here, then 15 inches for hemming allowance. Let's draw our line straight, then the hemming. This also here now, which is 13 inches instead of 15, is going to be the top length. Then here is going to be hemming allowance. Now we are going to cut. Now this is the front side. This is the front side and this is the back pattern. The way we place it now is that we put it this way. We match the both of them. We match the both of them this way. Match the both of them this way. You can see that the back side is longer than the front side. Now for us to get our shoulder measurement, our shoulder slope, woman shoulder is not that straight. For us to get our shoulder slope, the babies too, they have their own shoulder slope. You join them together this way. You join them together and mark ½ inch for babies. If it is for adults, you go down by 1 inch. Now you mark ½ inch. You mark ½ inch and connect it to the starting point. You see why I said we should use pin is when you shift anything, it will shift the pattern. So I'll use my pin to safeguard it now so that it will not be shaking. Later I'll remove it when I want to measure properly. Now that ½ inch that we took at the shoulder slope, we are going to connect it. Connect it this way, slantly. We call it shoulder slope or shoulder slant. Whichever English you use is okay, either shoulder slope or shoulder slant. You remove it this way. Now you're going to bring it this way, making sure that it is equal at the hemming part. You make sure that it's equal. Now I'm going to use the pin to hold it so that it will not be moving around. Now we are going to join we're going to do it. We want to cut the neck. We want to take the body measurement. So look at how it is. The back side is 4 inches bigger than the front side. The back side is 4 inches bigger than the front side. Then you fold it this way. Overlapping it with half inch. You overlap it with half inch. That's why it will not be all that straight here. This pattern, this page, it will not, the center part of it will not be straight. I also advise you use pin and hold it so that it will not be running, it will not be moving around. Now with this folding, now let's see if we also within our measurement. This is the starting point here. We also have our 17 inches in all. The top length 15 inches, then hemming allowance 17. Now we are going to take our shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement is 8 divided by 2 is 4 plus half inch joining allowance is 4.5. You mark this way. Then the armhole of the toddler is 5. You come down by 5 inch this way. This is the 5 inches here. You use your ruler and connect from shoulder to the armhole. If you can mark, if you can draw without using ruler, it's okay. It's not a must that you will use ruler, but ruler makes it more neater. You can use your bare hand and draft your armhole curve if you can draft very well. If you can't draft very well, you use your armhole curve. It's all okay. Then for the neck line, for a toddler, it's better you use 1.5 or in a cycle form, in order for it not to choke the baby. Little babies, whatever will discomfort them, they are not okay with it. That's why all their dress, for the female ones, you sew it inside. Everything is sewed inside. The same thing with the neck. You are not going to measure the neckline to be tight fitted on the baby. You will give it a space so that the baby can be comfortable. I'm using 5.5 inches for the neck measurement. You curve look at the way I put my tape. You curve with 5.5, curve it this way. Use 5.5. We try and be do it this way. It's 5.5 that I use. That gave me this cycle neckline. .5. Then the body measurement is 4.25. Then joining allowance is 2. 4.75. Joining allowance is 2. At the end side too, 4.75 for the round. Joining allowance 2. You use your ruler and connect to the down part. If it is the one that you want the opening at the side to be overlapping, what you will do is from this side, from here, because we're going to hem here, from here you come up by 2.5, 2.5, and you draw this way. So that when you are cutting your pattern, when you reach here, you cut this way, so that when you hem it, it will do it that it will overlap each other. But I'm not going to use the overlap, I'm going to use the opening pattern. Now I'm going to cut. I'm cutting, I'm not using the overlapping side. That's for the armhole. Now we are going to cut the neckline. We are not going to cut all. You open it up. You open it up this way. Let me show us very well. Look at how it is. This way, this way. Now you are not going to cut it like this, cut everything. No. It's only the front side, the front pattern we are going to cut. We are not going to touch the back side. It's only the front pattern we are going to cut this way. Raise it up. Look at, raise it up like this. You raise it up this way. Cut in a circular form. You cut in a circular form, leaving the inside one like that. You don't cut the back side. It's only you raise the front side up and cut through the front side. You don't touch the back side. That's for senator. That's pattern for senator, for a toddler. And in order to be on a safe side, notch the hemming allowance so that you know where your hemming starts. That's the essence of notching. You just notch in a smaller, you cut, notching is to cut a particular place in a way that it will not affect the sewing, so that we know where we are going to hem. Please, I would like you to comment if there is anywhere you did not understand. This is the front pattern and this is the back pattern. If there is anywhere you did not understand, please do comment on the description box below. Then your comment, or if there is any question, do well to ask a question on it. I will be pleased to answer you. Or if it warrants you calling, you call. Any question, anything you want to know, I will give assistance to that. Thank you. Bye.